What's up, winners? I'm Sylvia Jaglam, and over a decade or even longer, I have been obsessed with everything around people, around how to develop, how to turn ideas into reality, and this is all based on change and transformation, especially in this digital world. I have been learning, studying, and applying. I was one of the youngest HR consultants for an executive and was leading change projects within the biggest telecommunication merger in Europe. And I am today combining and blending Eastern and Western knowledge in order to help you to change the way the world works so we can all have more efficiency, productivity, and engagement and actually transform and change successfully. I have been doing this for ages and ages by myself, from almost homeless into a successful corporate high flyer, and today I'm excited and passionate entrepreneur supporting leaders and entrepreneurs like you within startups, SMEs, and Fortune 500 companies to create and make the difference they actually crave for. So don't expect any conventional HR and kind of those topics around this, but of course everything what is combined from street smart and book smart and many other things here on this podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am excited to go with you on this journey and win X today. Remote work rockstars, one of my favorite topics since ever. Welcome to winx today. I'm your host Sylvia Jagla and excited to talk with you about one of my favorite things ever. So I hope that you are and your family, your friends and loved ones well, depending on where you are tuning in from. I hope that you are also able to be okay within this global pandemic. I'm coming to you from Nice, France, where I am locked down, kind of stuck if you want to. I don't want to complain, to be honest, because all the things what I will be sharing with you within a few minutes are basically something what I am able to do here, and I'm super grateful about that. So before we will dive into this topic, I want to share with you something what I hope will support you to see that you can pick whatever resonates with you and skip whatever doesn't. So a big shout out here to any kind of mom that is currently working with toddlers at home. I cannot imagine how this is working, or to anybody who is actually at the moment completely alone, like me. I am here for almost 9 weeks, 100% self isolated and quarantined. Haven't met anybody. So we all have any kind of challenge in a different way. So whatever I'm sharing here with you today, please make it applicable to your own situation. Again, look what you can do, but I want to encourage you to challenge you as well. Of course, this is what I try to do and focus on doing for myself every single day as well, because this time working from home is different. We are forced and we are not able to, so this is something different for all of us. And on the other hand, we got disrupted. Working from home is not the same how it has been few weeks ago. So allowing you to be gentle and compassionate with yourself is something what I invite all of us to do. So let's tune in and let's get started. The 5 steps what I hope will serve you at the moment at home, something what I implement and do on a daily basis, of course with some ups and downs, messing up like each and every single one of us. So don't worry if you think like, how can I do that? At the end I will share with you briefly what I would invite you to focus on. Number 1, implement a routine before you start working. Something what I have been doing since ages, because I cannot make decisions on a daily basis, sometimes countless of decisions daily. I cannot be of service for leaders and support them to tackle challenging situations. And on the other hand, I of course don't want to be completely tired and drained and anxious at the end of the day. So in order to be able to work the whole day in front of a laptop and be able to collaborate with our technology, we have to fill up our cup first. And this is what this implementation of a routine in the morning is all about. To fill up your cup first before you are able to share your energy with the world during the whole day. How can this look like? For me personally, it starts with a meditation, with a short mindfulness practice where I write things down, and with a short or longer movement, depending if this is my running day or if this is my workout day. When it's my running day, I have just a short 10 minutes dancing workout in the morning, what makes me smile straight away and even makes me smile just talking about it. Or I have a half an hour workout that is basically running in front of me on YouTube, where I get super sweaty, where I work out and then feel absolutely energized afterwards. So whatever this can mean to you, I invite you to start with a routine before you actually grab your laptop and work the whole day. The second point is structure your workday in advance. In order to be able to get things done and to make sure that you recognize what you have done without seeing the result physically in front of you, I invite you to create a structure so you will understand what you will achieve in advance as well, and then of course at the end of the day. So creating a structure will allow you not only to make sure that you focus on the right things in a certain time, but it will also support you to reward yourself for this kind of achievement, because you will see what you have done. So for example, how this is looking for me is that in the evening before, I make sure to check all the things that are in front of me. I make some blocks within my calendar to make sure that I have focused time in order to get stuff done, very structured. I know this might sound absolutely boring for some of you, super structured day, but when we are working remotely, the time flies by and the distractions are great. So you cannot just get up if you cannot focus, maybe grab a coffee and talk with your colleagues around the corner or within the coffee corner. When you're alone at home, you can end up sitting in front of your laptop for hours. So structuring your day will allow you to, first of all, know when you do what, and it will also support you to make sure that you have some breaks planned in it as well, so you are actually able to get up and you will be reminded to get up as well. So in a nutshell, to structure your workday and make sure that you focus on the right things is crucial in order to keep going and keep your energy up and stay engaged with whatever you have to do. The third point might be a no-brainer for me personally. Something what is super important is the internet connection and setup. So make sure that everything is basically in place and is working in order to be able to work, because for me personally it takes lots and lots of energy when my internet is not working properly. You will find me basically literally leaving the place, if you can, of course. At the moment it's super challenging when I don't have proper Wi-Fi. Also, having the right setup means that you have your laptop. Maybe if you're working from home, you might have a proper equipment in order to have your laptop a little bit higher, to maybe have an external keyboard and a mouse, etc. So depending on what you would like to have, inviting you to set it up in advance, prepare it. I do it every evening in advance, so when I get up I see this nice place where I can start to work and be basically super creative, hopefully, in order to solve lots of challenges and to find solutions for any kind of problems that are coming up. So setting yourself up also means to have some mic, to have maybe a place where you can turn on your video for video conferences. I am currently here, to be honest, within a wardrobe because once again I got stuck, so I came from UK to France instead of my place where all my gear is. I am not super prepared today, but I have everything what I need in order to work remotely, because this is what I'm used to. I just didn't expect it. I didn't expect to be for such a long time here by myself, and now I have to go with the flow. So of course, do whatever you can with whatever you've got in order to be able to do your work. But if you can, just make sure to prepare it in a nice way, so when you wake up and when you go to your workplace at home, that it's kind of making you excited and allowing you to look forward to it rather than giving you any kind of headache. Number 4, wrapping up your day. This is crucial, especially when your workplace is within your living place. This is my case at the moment. So I work where I live, it's in my living room. So inviting you to start to create a practice that will allow you to create this switch between your work mindset and then go into your freedom and leisure mindset. I'm not sure this is now the right expression about freedom, but you know what I mean. You can basically think whatever you want. You don't have to focus on certain tasks, on certain goals, on certain objectives. You can basically do whatever you want, but we often find ourselves to think about any kind of emails, projects, or things that we might or might haven't done, or what we have to do in the future. So in order to be able to switch off your working brain, it is highly recommended to wrap up your day. Close your laptop, put it aside, or even better, if you can, leave your house, go for a walk, go for a run, or do anything what allows you to disconnect with your work and connect with yourself, tune in with yourself, and start to basically go for your leisure time. Last but not least, number 5, prioritize self-leadership. This is crucial for a healthy, happy, and productive remote mindset. We are alone, or if we are not alone, we have to basically start to lead ourselves first in order to achieve anything. And self-leadership is something what I connect with our emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual well-being, that is helping us to be effective, productive, and engaged at work while having this inner power and peace. Why is this important to prioritize, especially when we work remotely? Because this work at home, especially when you're alone or maybe not alone, but it is kind of like a rabbit hole. It has never an end. You find emails on your phone, you find emails on your laptop. It's basically constantly with us, and we are with it. I was actually sharing a talk a few months ago about that work is life and life is work. And right now, this is basically the case. Everything is kind of going with each other. And in order to be able to start to find yourself in a place where you are not controlled by your surroundings, but you are basically mastering your mindset by yourself, self-leadership is key, meaning you know yourself. You know what is distracting you, you know what is nourishing you, and you know what is basically serving you in order to get the outcome that you want. And on the other hand, you have also the self-discipline and the ability to do whatever is needed to do and not only what you feel like doing. So self-leadership is absolutely key and connected and basically based on all our values and principles. And when you know what your values and principles are, the easier it will become to start to apply self-leadership in all areas of life and at work. I hope there was something that was resonating with you that you can take. Maybe there were some things that you're gonna completely skip. That's perfectly fine as well. Thank you for staying with me, for tuning in with me, and for bearing with me while I am here for 9 weeks completely by myself with a basic headset. So quality will rise and rise, and the same applies to remote work, that this is not about any kind of perfectionism, but it is most of the time about doing the things that you want to do, doing the things that you need to do, and do it from a place of kindness and compassion, especially during this pandemic. So let's wrap it up. Number 1, implement a routine before you start working. Fill up your cup first. Number 2, structure your workday in advance. Allow yourself to see what you have to do and enable yourself to keep the focus. Number 3, make sure to have a good internet connection and setup so you are actually able to work properly. Number 4, wrap up your day and put everything aside, especially in the evening, so you are able to transfer between working and living. And number 5, prioritize self-leadership for your health, for your happiness and productivity, so you are going to be satisfied, and of course everybody else that is working with you, so your team, your clients, your customers, anybody by that matter. When you are basically the best version of yourself on a daily basis, everything around will kind of fall into place, because no challenge will be too big, no decision will be too hard, and anything by that matter what will show up will come to you and allow you to do it from a place of compassion, kindness, and also power and peace within. So let's keep rocking our remote work, especially when we are able to work from home and not like many other people at the moment, the frontliners fighting for the life of others in hospitals, or maybe providing food for all those of us who are currently at home. So inviting you to put it into perspective, especially when you are struggling at the moment with your situation. Try to think and look at what we can be grateful for at the moment and how we can actually make it work for us individually. So whatever is applicable to you in a unique way, go for it. There is never a right or wrong. And of course, if you don't feel well today, or if you have a bad day, this is perfectly fine as well, to just lie in your bed, maybe work from your bed, or do whatever is basically good for you in this time of a global pandemic, challenging on us on many different levels, disrupting us on many different levels, and of course also allowing us to grow on many different levels as well. We just have to choose to win X today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was insightful, informative, or inspiring. I would love to hear your number one takeaway. Come on over to winx.today and share it in the comments below. You can also provide any kind of question around remote work solutions, business and leadership growth, as well as holistic HR topics. I look forward to provide an aid to your queue. Stay tuned, winner, and don't forget, we can win X today.